Hey everyone, Sean here, and today what we're going to talk about is how your firm can best get the time back that we both know is being wasted. Now, there are three key strategies to leverage here in terms of figuring out how your firm can best get back time that's being wasted currently. And those are to automate, delegate, or eliminate. And I'm going to talk through each in the form of an example so you have a better understanding of what I mean by those. But the goal that I want to reiterate as well too is for us to get back between 25 and upwards of 50% of that time back that's currently being wasted so that we can reinvest it. Talk more about that in future content as well too. So now let's walk through these three strategies so you can learn best how to get that time back. The first strategy is to automate. What I mean by that is once you've selected the service that you're offering that is the most time consuming at the moment, map out each step in that process and identify the top 2 or 3 steps in that process that are the most time consuming themselves. Automate those with software and technology in order to get the time back. So that's the first strategy. The second one is to potentially delegate. And by this is a strategy that best leverages economies of scale, because in this scenario, you may be outsourcing some of this work, some or all of this work to a separate team, which would enable you to benefit from not just the financial savings, but get some or all of this time back as well also. So that's the delegate strategy. And then the third one is eliminate. And eliminate has 2 sub options. First is the short-term option. I want you to take a closer look at the steps that are being completed in this process and determine whether or not you really need to complete each of those most time-consuming steps. So for example, perhaps you are producing some form of paperwork, which is taking a lot of time, but not really being utilized all that much. I want you to ask yourself whether or not you really need it, and if you don't, I want you to eliminate it altogether. That's the short-term version. The long-term version is to take a closer look at whether or not your firm should actually be offering this service anymore, regardless. I want you to take a closer look at how profitable it is, how much value it really offers your client, and whether or not your team actually enjoys offering it. If you've got any disconnects in any of those three, perhaps it's time to take a closer look at whether or not it makes sense for your firm to replace that service with something better. Now, again, just to reiterate, we want you to get back between 25 and upwards of 50% of the amount of time that's being wasted currently with one of these three strategies or perhaps a combination thereof. Then you're going to be able to take that time and you're going to reinvest it somewhere more profitably. And I'm going to create content to speak specifically to that as well also. If you need any help with any of the steps in this process at your firm, feel free to learn more about what I could do to help out on my website at nextstep.io or email me directly at sean@nextstep.io. And I want to thank you for engaging in my content. I hope that you found it valuable.